Vincent Bugliosi's Helter Skelter, The True Story of the Manson Murders, is one of the most chilling and definitive accounts of crime in modern American history. Written by the lead prosecutor in the Charles Manson case, the book recounts the brutal murders committed by the Manson family in 1969, the investigation that followed, and the courtroom drama that ultimately brought Manson and his followers to justice. It is both a true crime narrative and a legal memoir, offering readers a detailed look into the mechanics of prosecution, the psychology of cults, and the cultural shockwaves of violence. The book begins with Bugliosi's central thesis. The Manson murders were not random acts of violence, but the product of manipulation, ideology, and the dangerous charisma of Charles Manson. He insists that understanding the case requires examining not only the crimes, but also the psychology of Manson and the vulnerabilities of his followers. His narrative is infused with precision and intensity, seeking to capture both the horror of the murders and the complexity of the trial. A central theme of the book is the power of manipulation and ideology. Bugliosi explains how Manson, a failed musician and petty criminal, used a distorted interpretation of music, religion, and social unrest to control his followers. He shows how Manson's obsession with the Beatles' song Helter Skelter became a twisted prophecy of racial apocalypse, driving his cult to commit murder. His reflections highlight the paradox of charisma. It can inspire devotion, but also lead to destruction. The narrative is enriched with vivid accounts of the murders. Bugliosi describes the horrific killings of actress Sharon Tate and others at her home, as well as the subsequent murders of Lino and Rosemary LaBianca. He recounts the brutality of the crimes, the fear that gripped Los Angeles, and the confusion of investigators. His storytelling blends forensic detail with emotional resonance, ensuring that readers grasp both the scale and the intimacy of the tragedy. Bugliosi also explores the broader context of the 1960s. He reflects on the counterculture, the rise of cults, and the social upheaval that created fertile ground for Manson's influence. His narrative shows how the murders shattered illusions of peace and love, exposing the darker side of the era. The book is enriched with portraits of key figures. Bugliosi portrays Manson as manipulative, delusional, and dangerous, while his followers emerge as vulnerable, brainwashed, and complicit. He describes detectives, prosecutors, and witnesses who played crucial roles in the case. He portrays himself as both prosecutor and storyteller, driven by a commitment to justice and truth. Stylistically, Bugliosi writes with clarity and authority. His prose is vivid, blending legal detail with narrative suspense. He avoids sensationalism, focusing instead on accuracy and empathy. His tone is urgent yet measured, inviting readers to reflect on the meaning of justice and the dangers of manipulation. The climax of the book lies in the trial. Bugliosi recounts the challenges of prosecuting Manson and his followers, the theatricals of the courtroom, and the strategies that led to conviction. He insists that the trial was not only about punishing crime, but about confronting evil. His portrayal is both sobering and inspiring, affirming his central message, that justice, though difficult, is possible. In resolution, Helter Skelter affirms Bugliosi's reputation as both a prosecutor and a master storyteller. His book is both a chronicle and a warning, offering readers a framework for understanding crime, manipulation, and justice. For readers, the book is both terrifying and enlightening. It challenges assumptions about cults, provides insight into the resilience of justice, and offers lessons for those seeking to understand the psychology of violence. Whether you are drawn to true crime, psychology, or legal drama, Bugliosi's work is essential.